Hey folks, happy spring. It's that time of year where I'm going to start planting some things. I've started some things indoors already, but this is a nice day. I thought I'd take a chance being outside. I think it's about 18 degrees Celsius here, which I think it translates in Fahrenheit to mid 70s, let's say, maybe a little less, but in any event, it's a pretty nice day out, and I thought I'd start planting some things. So today I'm going to plant some onions from sets. I haven't done that too much in the past, but I have, and I had some success, some failure. I got these at the store for $2.49. I don't know how much the store makes off these, but I think I got around 50 red onions. I think this happens to a lot of people. You go to the store, you see something you really, excites you, or you're like, oh, I have to buy that, or it's a good deal. In this case, I bought this because it was a really good deal. So I take it home, and then I'm like, oh, where am I going to plant these? I don't have another bed set aside. So out of necessity, I'm taking this kind of what I call ornamental weed bed, and I'm going to turn it into an onion bed, and I'm probably going to plant a few other things too. So I'm using a few what they call cultural practices for getting rid of the weeds and transforming this into an onion bed. First thing I did was I pulled out the weeds. I dug them out with the shovel, and then I pulled the weeds out, and they're all with clumps of soil. So what I did is you basically shake out all the soil until all you have left is pretty much roots, and then I'm going to just throw these off somewhere, where maybe on my neighbor's property, whatever, and yeah, just to let them die and keep them out of my bed. It's pretty likely with things with roots like this. These are perennial, obviously, so they're probably going to be still popping up, and I'm just going to have to keep pulling those, but that's fine. But the main point is, I start with pulling out as many as I can, and then I'm going to let these out-compete. That's another strategy you can use in combination for weed management, is you want your main crop to out-compete the weeds. So I'm going to give these a nice head start, make sure they're well watered. Anything that pops up around them, I'm going to be pulling out, just to let these get really established, so anything else that comes near them, it's just going to not be able to compete with the big roots that these are going to have. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. So here I got my bag of onion sets. I basically made 2 rows here. I'm just going to see how far they'll take up. The key thing here, number 1, is to plant the right side down. You want to look where there's little roots. That's the side you plant down. Or you can go the other way, pointy tip up. It's the same rule, basically. I'm just going to plant them. I'm just going to basically stick them in the ground. I'm just going to go around 4 inches apart on center. And then I'm just going to bury them a little bit. The thing with onions is you'll do a lot worse if you bury them too deep than if you bury them too shallow. If you bury them too shallow, it's really not that big of a deal. If you bury them deep, there's a good chance they'll just die, so you don't want that to happen. Now, one thing you can do, if you wish, is to do what they call succession planting, which basically means I'm not going to plant them all at once. I can plant them, like half of them 1 week, half of them in 2 weeks, and that will space, the time of when to harvest. So you don't get all one big harvest at once. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm growing a lot of onions this year. And these also store fairly well, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll harvest them all, I'll store some, I'll give some away. That's fine with me. Okay, so I planted, I don't know, maybe half or a little bit less than half so far. And I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to simply put the soil on top. The rule of thumb is you just don't want to be more than an inch deep. But less than that is fine. And I'm going to put my shovel here so I know where I stopped. Later on I'll finish up. But yeah, that's pretty much how easy it is. I spent a lot more time weeding than I did planting. So just another idea you can do. Not much to lose in pulling out some weeds or ornamentals that you're not really excited about, and plant something else for food. That's it for now. Have a great day.